this next topic is pretty gay. And I say it's worth talking about because we've discussed this before. Now let's set the scene for those of you that don't watch my videos and you just stumbled across this. Let me say this. You should go watch those videos that I've done about the whole Son of Kal-El, where the son of Superman, who is now Superman, got turned gay out of nowhere. And now he's having a homosexual relationship with some pink-haired weirdo, okay? And that was done, obviously, to check a box. And I think it also was done to spite certain people. Tom Taylor, who is the writer of this, has a lot of y'all like respected him so much because of previous stuff. I don't know I can't remember if it was Injustice or Deceased that he used to do a lot of work on, or both for that matter. But he's a hack, a straight up hack. The day this gets announced, I'm talking the day that it got announced that they were turning him gay, he's already got a rainbow S on his chest, literal rainbow S on his chest, and he's doing all these interviews. Because for him, that's what it was about. Had a great talk with the great Chuck Dixon about one of his characters that he is responsible for developing. Tim Drake. Gay because reasons, right? Just, all right, now he's gay. Like, you didn't make him more interesting. He's just gay now, okay? But that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. That's what DC is in the business of doing right now, and Marvel as well. And they can't, because they don't know how to write decent characters. Of course, when they're gay, they have to, of course, remind you of how gay they actually are. So, of course, you had DC Pride stuff coming out, and everything's gay, rainbows all over the fucking place. But Tom Taylor has some interesting things to say, as documented by my man Spencer over at Bound Again Comics. Because let's just read through it. According to Superman, Son of Kal-El, Dark Knights of Steel author Tom Taylor, and Dark Knights of Steel author Tom Taylor, John Kent merely existing as a young bi guy, so he's bisexual, not homosexual. Get it correct. With a penchant for pacifism is a far more heroic deed than someone punching a supervillain in the face. Oh, man, this is pretty gay. And by the way, you can see right here, yes, this is real. I don't know what none of these colors means, to be completely honest. But Superman, or the current Superman, John Kent, this actually happened, yes. But his boyfriend crafted him a new cape. And on the inside of the cape is all of this rainbow shit, and it looks fucking retarded. It's a terrible design. But it's not about cool. It's not about doing stuff that people are interested in. It's about sending a message. And so now he flies around, and the inside of his cape has various rainbow shit on it. And yeah, that's just what it is. It looks, you're not having a seizure. Calm down. It's just colors all over the place. The DC Comics author shared his opinion on the qualities of heroism during a recent interview with entertainment news outlet AIPT, given in promotion of upcoming introduction of transgender Arrowverse Dreamer to the mainstream DC Comics continuity. And you have, of course, Superman, Son of Kal-El, issue 13. Asked by AIPT writer David Brooke, in hindsight, is there anything you might have changed or done differently during this run on the series? To which the guest replied, Taylor pointed to the apparently rushed display of John and boyfriend Jay Nakamura's first kiss, asserting, I'm a writer, you know, there were things that were like, okay, this has to happen by coming out day. Appreciate you admitting, Tom Taylor, that this was to check a box. It's literally, that's him admitting that that's why he did it. Okay. And I would have loved a bit longer for John and Jay to be together before the first kiss. And here's the homosexual fucking kiss. It says, he continued, when it makes global news and I'm watching SNL or whatever, yes, maybe you could have done maybe 10 more pages. But as far as global, you're a writer's cap to one side. Adding to this point, we somehow managed to keep people engaged without actually having John punch anyone for 6 issues. Okay. Let's talk about that. This is DC Comics. These are generally... I'm going to... this is going to say it all right here, okay? Anybody in the chat and in the live chat especially, in the comment section, what is the name of Superman's book that it was not self-titled? Anybody want to take a gander as to what the actual name of that book? It's long-standing. It's been around forever. What is the name of that book that he headlines that isn't tied to his name? What is the name of that book? What is it called? There you go. Action Comics. This he spit 6 issues of him not punching anybody. And he said he could keep people engaged. Look, man, I'm all about telling a story. I'm not saying every goddamn panel has to have a motherfucker getting punched in the face. That's not what I'm saying. You got to develop a story. You got to give reason to why people are hashing it out. But to go 6 issues without Superman, this is the guy you're calling Superman now, not punching anybody, you probably aren't doing it right. But it was about more the gay shit than it was anything else. Continuing on. So we have a young bi guy who also is just the sweetest, most empathetic, nurturing guy who doesn't want to hurt anyone. And I think that's far more heroic than someone punching a supervillain in the face. Okay. So he's saying that a supervillain, which would mean that in itself, that term means, and I don't want to overthink this, but let's just get to the real here. The term supervillain, what that implies is that that person is bad. Okay? And this is a comic book after all. And you're telling me that him just existing as a bisexual guy and not wanting to hurt someone is more heroic than, I don't know, actually dealing with the fucking supervillain? These are the people that are writing the companies that you guys know and love. Don't worry, guys. We'll be replacing all of this shit on my wall soon enough because I got some shit up my sleeves, lack thereof. These are activists, some of which maybe have done decent work in the past, but those days are beyond them. Right now, you have people who are more worried about making social statements than they are actually giving people stuff that they want to read. There was a lot that happened with the son of Kal-El. Fallouts between creatives, which we'll have more information on, because I may have had some great discussions with some of those creatives that were part of that project that ended up not being with DC anymore. Maybe, I don't know, potentially they're doing some stuff with us. I don't know. Maybe I'm paying them better. But also, y'all remember that the sales took a fucking nosedive, according to the book scans. After him coming out, or rather him basically being gay. And Tom Taylor didn't like that so much. He loved when it looked like, oh yeah, so many people are so interested in this book. But then he wanted to invalidate those numbers when they proved to be that I think he like fell out of the book fell out of the top 50. Give it up. Let the company die. Give it up. Stop giving them your enthusiasm. They're not owed that. They don't deserve it. You just listened to a clip from my podcast, For Canon's Sake, which is live throughout the week at 12 p.m. Central on youtube.com/YoungRipper59 and odyssey.com/@YoungRipper59. Be sure to check out my website, ericdjuly.com, so you can stay up to date with everything it is that I'm doing. You can also become a member and get access to a bunch of cool perks and exclusive content, which includes a social media hub where you can interact with myself and other members. It even has an app that you can get, which is now live in the Google and Apple stores.